Tired of having your stepbrother cast magic spells on your iPhone?
You need
the Asgard.
Hello, friends. Welcome to User Friendly, the show that talks about tech. And I'm
What
here
else?
with my friend.
Erfon Elijah, hello.
My name is Roberto Oyas.
Let's keep this train rolling. And
And
what else do we talk about?
we
Our
talk
favorite
about
stuff on the internet?
Our favorite stuff on the internet, geeky topics.
Apple stuff.
Yeah, you know.
The Asgard.
Steve Jobs.
Do we really talk about Steve Jobs anymore? I guess we do.
There was a span of time where we did like every single episode for like
We did, yeah.
like 3 months.
And then he died, and it's like...
I think he died before we started the show.
Did he really?
Yeah. So anyway,
Oh,
welcome to
right.
User Friendly. We appreciate that you're here. And speaking of that,
Oh, man. So we've been asking you guys to leave us some reviews
yes.
on our iTunes page. As you know, you may not know this. This is not some high-rate production. We're not The Verge. We're not CNET. We are.
Really?
We're not getting paid to do this, as you may have figured out.
He does everything for the money.
I usually do things for money only.
Yeah.
But we're doing this because we enjoy it. And boy, do we love it when you guys leave us good reviews on our iTunes page. So we wanted to read a couple of those because those are as good as money, except we can't buy anything with them, which is disappointing. We got one from Travel Dino. I'm assuming that's what I'm going to go with on iTunes. This is a great episode. This warms the heart. He says, from the very first episode I heard, I have loved this show. I walk around campus listening to Erfon and Roberto in between classes and get odd looks every time I burst out laughing. Ha! That's how I imagine it happening. Another joke that I like. Erfon and Roberto bring wit and humor to a tech landscape that all too often gets bogged down in complaints and lack of appreciation. Boy, isn't that true?
That is very true.
So many tech whiners out there and just like, this tech isn't techy enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't do that sometimes.
We're too upbeat.
Yeah, although we do bitch about a lot of stuff.
That's true.
But only when it sucks. And a lot of stuff sucks. Easily the funniest couple in tech. Oh, we're a couple in tech. That's sweet. Subscribe now, and you too can get unwanted attention from complete strangers on campus. Boy,
I thought you made that up.
No, I didn't make that up. I was colorizing it,
Yeah.
but for the most part, that was all Travel Dino. So thank you for that. That's a great review.
Thanks a lot.
I want to read one more by JRG_Tampa. Where do you think this person lives? Probably like New Mexico.
Yeah.
Always enjoy knowing that what these two are up to, and their take on Apple news and tech, or on Apple and tech news for the week. It's like dropping in on old friends.
That's nice.
I wish you had a drink because we could clink, clink. Hey, old friend.
I'm all beers.
We gotta start drinking beer on this show. That'd be so awesome if you did that. This bud's for you. So anyway, if you'd like to if you'd like to leave us a review on iTunes, please do. We love them and we read them.
Yeah.
On the show apparently.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's cool. I get a lot of new interaction from our fans on Twitter now. And about the app we're going to talk about later, I got like a flood of new followers from there
nice.
as well.
Yep.
So it's always nice to talk to you guys on there. And follow Throwboy too, because I post a lot of stuff there that I don't post to the Twitter that I talk about on the show.
Oh, okay.
So
there you go. At Roberto Oyos.
And at Throwboy.
At Throwboy.
At Erfon.
At Erfon. ERFON.
We'll put the lower third again.
I'm not used to spelling it, but like
Lower
then
third.
people are like, I have no idea how to spell your name. And I'm like, fair enough.
I've had people tell me that they like our show. They listen to it, but don't watch it. Like they'll listen to it on audio, or like they'll have the iPhone in their pocket and like listen to it, like he's saying.
Dude, we gotta get an audio stream.
And I think the
podcast
audio would be
going.
cool. Yeah, I was listening to it, the last one. We've had some tweaks, where we got the audio better and better, and I think it's good now.
Audio is tricky. I mean, we're not audio engineers, so
it's better now. So I was listening to it. I was like, actually, it does work okay as audio. It's only when we play video that it could be a little bit lost on what's going on.
Oh yeah, because
right?
you just can't really see.
Especially like with promos, like when we were showing off the mail app, it's all visual, right?
Right.
So
you know what's interesting is I do the Cult Cast. For those of you that don't know, it's an audio podcast, and when I'm in audio podcast mode, I'm automatically very descriptive. Like if someone talks about something, I'm like, "Can you describe what you're talking about so people know what you're talking about?" But on our show, like I'm just like, "Oh yeah, you just show it, right?"
I try to narrate a little bit, but yeah, it's only for the select few that actually do that.
I guess if we start doing audio stuff, then we will probably just need to start being more descriptive. Anyway, let's move on.
This is the podcast for the blind.
We have blind people that listen to Cultcast. It's really interesting because sometimes they tweet at me. And they're using like all the assistive features on their Mac to like send me tweets and stuff.
Oh, really?
And I had this one guy a while ago who was like, you should try turning on the blind mode on your iPhone and see what it does. And he was telling me it gets all crazy and does all these crazy things. I kept trying it and I never could get it to work.
What is it?
He's probably
It's
punking
for people
me,
that are like legally blind but they can see.
Yeah,
okay.
like so it like makes your iPhone tell you what you're looking at.
But it's for people that can sort of see, right?
I think he's totally blind.
Like Ray Charles blind?
I think so. Like Stevie Wonder blind, even more blind than that.
Well, I mean, like, you know how there's people that can, like, be able to see, like, a little blur, you know, and they can, like,
I didn't ask,
operate an iPhone or a computer.
I didn't ask. When he told me he was blind, I was like, how blind are you?
Yeah,
Ray Charles
like,
blind?
Yeah.
Can you see lights?
Yeah.
Can you discern texture? I didn't ask.
They wouldn't put it past you to ask that question. They'd be like, oh, that,
if we were in real life,
wacky airphone.
If I saw him in person, I might ask, but not over the internet. So before we move on to our stories of today, and boy, howdy, do we have some good stories today.
Because the tech world always drops its boot on us right after we end the show.
This is why we do Cultcast on Thursdays. Because it's like, it's the end of the week. Nothing ever happens on Friday. So I want to talk about Macworld.
Oh, snap.
The
You mean iWorld?
Macworld iWorld, as it's called. The Apple conference that, yes, still happens every year.
Exists, yeah.
Still exists. So
you should take an iCEO with you.
That would be pretty cool. And
walk
leave
it
him
around
on my shoulder.
Yeah, like the Yoda backpack.
That would actually be really cool. But I was just thinking you could make that into a backpack.
Actually, yeah.
It's actually kind of sacrilegious.
Yeah, that's kind of
weird. Yeah, it's like, maybe not.
Yeah.
So we're recording our episode early this week because I'm boarding a plane tomorrow. I'm heading to Macworld in San Francisco.
Lucky you, man. It's probably better weather there.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be warm. I'm going to be doing some more Gadget Hunter videos.
Uh-oh. Oi, I found me a gadget.
Oh, Gadget Hunter.
Can you do that next time?
Gadget Hunter. Huh?
Can you do the accent?
I find me a gadget, I did. Oi. I pound, every time I find a gadget, I pound an ale. And I bust it over my head.
You have like a Foster's with you the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Sir, you can't have that in here.
Stop me, Gadget Hunter. That is a knife. This is a knife. I just start rambling stuff that has nothing to do with anything.
That's not a phone.
That's not a phone. This is a phone.
It's like a phablet.
Yeah, I got the Samsung phablet. I'm just going to put the iPad up to my ear. Hello! Who is this?
Who thinks it's a better show? I already think it's a better show idea.
Yeah.
The Australian accent that you can't really do? We need to do that.
Hello, governor. Wait, that's not Australian. G'day, mate. It's same accent, different words. So yeah, I'm gonna be at Macworld. You know, honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. Macworld's gonna be way less work than CES is.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be me and my compatriot Booster Heine from Cultamac, and
cool.
It's gonna be just us two covering all the gadgets there. The thing I love about Macworld is it's all Apple, and you get to see a lot of cool stuff that you probably would otherwise never see distilled into one show. And I'm excited to see some of the people I met at CES.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're gonna try to hang out with like the Wired crew, which those people know how to party. Those people know how to party. And even though Apple's not there because they pulled out 5 years ago now?
Oh my gosh, so long ago, dude.
So long ago. It's still a good time, and I know Ashton Kutcher's gonna be there.
Ooh.
Dude, you know I'm trying to hang out with Ashton Kutcher.
Dude, I think it's probably gonna be really fun because now with like the whole Kickstarter culture and stuff, there's probably a lot
that's
of
very true.
really cool like things
Yeah.
that are like kind of almost indie you've never heard of that are hardware,
Mm-hmm.
but hardware that actually can have the funding of a company, so it's real legit.
That's true.
You know, products. I bet you it's going to be really cool. Like
I think so, and actually, Kickstarter was already huge at CES.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, and there a
Yeah.
lot of those guys are probably from Silicon Valley, so
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like when I went to Macworld actually back in the day, back in 2005 or 6, and that's kind of what the landscape was. It was it was like different hardware, like hobbyists, and then some software companies, and then of course the huge ones, and Apple was there too. But I would assume that you would get more of that nowadays because for a while that was dormant. You know, like hardware was like the black sheep of tech for a while. Like small hardware companies weren't really coming up. But nowadays with Kickstarter, we can actually realize a lot of these things that would take
That's true.
tons of money to make.
Yeah.
You know, because there was like famously where investors didn't want to invest in hardware. You know, like things like the Pebble watch probably wouldn't have got
Yeah.
regular VC funding.
It's true, and there's no risk, right? It's like you put a project on a Kickstarter, and it's like, it disperses that risk amongst such a large group of people that now all these projects are getting funded that really, honestly, never would have been funded before.
Yeah.
And you do see a lot of that kind of stuff at CES now, and I'm sure we're going to see it in Macworld as well.
I would be excited to see that kind of like homebrew stuff.
Me
you know?
too. And I like the hardware aspect of it a lot more than I like software. Like, there's always people showing you, like, their stupid websites, and some of the
Yeah.
apps are kind of cool, but a lot of times if you need to set up a booth to get attention for your software, that's usually a bad sign. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't show it via email to someone and have them be like, whoa, this is cool, and get the attention of, like, the Mailbox app that we checked out.
Right.
It's like, if it's not like that, usually having a booth at Macworld or CES, in my opinion, is kind of a waste of money for you.
Yeah.
So you got to come up with something really, really cool. It's not about getting attention.
Right. Sure.
It'll get attention if it's cool. So I head out for that, and next episode we'll be able to talk about some of the cool stuff that I see there, and hopefully I'll have some new like review units to play around with. So
If you see him there, he'll be with the mock turtleneck and jeans.
Yes, it's my standard Macworld apparel, and I prefer if you call me Stefan. Stefan, Jobs Elijah. Yes,
Stefan.
Stefan. Let's talk about
Leading into Macworld.
leading into Macworld. Speaking of A+K, Ashton Kutcher.
Yes, I hear he's gonna be there. You told me that.
I did tell you that literally moments ago.
Yeah. So what's the deal? He's gonna come out as Steve Jobs and put his hands together and
I hope so.
drink the water and
I hope so.
have the clicker.
I hope so. Before we talk about, do you have the clip queued up?
Yeah.
Can we play it?
Well, I wanted to actually know what he's gonna do there.
Oh, as far as I know, everything that I've read is that he's just going to be there promoting the movie, and he's actually giving a talk. And I don't know if Josh Gad, his Steve Wozniak co-star, is going to be there.
Like, you don't know exactly what the talk will be for.
No, I'm sure we can find out, but I have not researched that one moment at all.
It's okay. We wanted to just briefly bring that up because of our next topic, which
Yeah.
everybody's been seeing and hopefully isn't sick to death of. But
But we got to show it to you to talk about it.
yeah, we got to show you. So the new clip just surfaced of the new Jobs movie with lowercase j. Actually, I heard that they stopped putting it in lowercase j. Did you see that?
Good, because that was so dumb.
Yeah, but I
So
don't think it's
dumb.
gonna wash away very fast because
No.
everyone keeps using it like
No.
that. But a clip just surfaced that they were just released because
From the actual film.
yeah, from the film because it actually did get released
At Campus
at
Film
Sundance.
Festival, right? Or sorry, Sundance. Yeah.
Sundance.
Silencing it, dude.
He doesn't care.
Jimmy in Japan, that was your fault, my brother.
Okay, so we wanted to play it for you, and off we go.
Real revolution. No more decks. No more mainframes. That changes everything. It's pretty cool, I guess. I sure like cool. It's profound. How did you not tell me about this before? No, I was just working on it for my own. Exactly. For your own. For you. It's what you wanted. It's what your gut, your instinct wanted. Your big evolved brain wanted something that didn't exist, so you just willed it into existence. What do you call the system?
The operating system.
The operating system. And
That's
it just
what I call
shows
it. Yeah, it's just a real-time display of current operations.
you can see what you're working on while you're working on it.
Okay.
Don't you think
Look.
this is freedom? This is freedom to create and to do and to build and as artists, as
But
individuals.
look, you're overreacting. Even if you were developing this for freaks like us, and I doubt you are, nobody wants to buy a computer. Nobody.
How does somebody know what they want if they've never even seen it?
Dun dun dun! Dude, where's my MacBook?
Kelso.
So, why don't you go first? Tell me what you thought of that clip.
Okay, so when I saw it, it's hard to remember because there's so many new impressions of it now.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, I was just like, I don't know. It reminded me too much of his character from That 70s Show.
Mm-hmm.
It probably was the wardrobe and stuff like that. But then I was also just kind of like lukewarm about it. I was like, okay, I don't know. I guess I can see people getting excited about it, but at the same time, I don't know. I still want to see it because I'm that kind of person that's like, I want to see stuff that I'm
I
interested
think for
in.
you and I, it's kind of obligatory. We have to see it.
Well, it's just like any other thing. I've seen like so many not documentaries, movies about bands that I like, and a lot of them are really bad. But I just want to see another version of a movie about them, So I'm like, I want to see this about Steve Jobs, even though I've seen movies about him, like Pirates of Silicon Valley. But I wasn't like thrilled with it, And it's hard for me to see him as Steve Jobs because he has that very distinct voice. And he doesn't like Ashton Kutcher does, and it just sounds like Ashton Kutcher. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's kind of what I thought, but I'll go into more of what Woz thought after. But what do you think?
I felt the exact same way you did. I think Josh Gad, the guy playing Steve Wozniak, did great. Like, I bought his performance.
Mm-hmm.
I thought his acting style was really good. And then Ashton Kutcher started talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, to me, and maybe this is just because Ashton Kutcher is one of those actors to me where every time I see him, I'm like, this is Ashton Kutcher pretending to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not a strong character actor. He plays a similar role a lot of times, and that's okay. Like, there are guys out there that always play the same role.
Yeah.
Like, well, actually, I was going to say Tom Cruise, but there are actors that are always themselves in movies,
Sure.
like Rihanna.
She in movies? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she has
Battleship.
movies. So for me, it immediately pulls me out of the story because I'm like, okay, I'm watching Ashton Kutcher talk to Steve Wozniak when he was a teenager.
Yeah.
So I'm still excited to see it, but I wanted to read you this. So Gizmodo calls up
Steve
dude,
Wozniak.
they're ruthless. They're ruthless. They call up Steve Wozniak and they're like, "What did you think?" And he basically said that he thought the script was crap. Verbatim. I read a script as far as I could, and I, as far as I could stomach it, and I felt it was crap because they wanted Steve Woz to consult on the film.
Yeah.
And he turned them down. He was like, after he read the script, he was like, "I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Well,
The script is not good."
from what I hear, that the people that have seen it at Sundance, the people that are like, film reviewers that have seen it at Sundance,
Yeah.
say that it's just fawning over Steve Jobs the entire time. And Woz's problem with this release clip was he's like, Steve wasn't the tech visionary that they're making him out to be at this point in time. And I wasn't the professional that they're trying to make me look like I was at the time. Like he looks like he's like a stuffy shirt type of guy in this.
And he
clip.
speaks much more eloquently in this movie than he does in real life.
And that's, yeah, well, I mean, not even just that, it's just like, well, it's you have it twisted around. You're making Steve like this visionary, like you're turning down this amazing thing that's going to change the world. And he wasn't like that during that point in time. They said that, or Woz said that he didn't start to take on that whole tech visionary thing until way later in his life.
Really?
And
I believe that actually, yeah.
yeah, and so, and a lot of people say, Steve's early ambitions for starting Apple was to make a business, make money. He saw it as a money-making potential opportunity, right? And then the other thing, I mean, the big thing too is that guy doesn't look anything like Steve Wozniak.
Not really.
Like, since when did Woz have long frizzy hair?
He looks like
He never looked like that.
he looks like a Latin Jew to me.
like really, like
Yeah.
here's their
Yes.
picture of him.
That's like he has like a permed Kenny G dude right there.
Yeah.
And Waz was like super straight haired.
Yeah. I mean, there's Waz. And Waz was always like the jokester, you know. He always was like the guy that had fun. He wasn't the businessman, you know, 9-to-5 clocking guy that they're trying to make him look like in this particular scene, right?
Totally.
And somebody made a good point. They were like, Waz was actually in this clip. He was taking on the whole. Did you know that Waz worked for HP?
HP, no, I did not know that.
So he used to work for Hewlett Packard, and when he invented the Apple computer, the first Apple computer, technically they had the intellectual property over that. So he had to go to them and present it and say, "Is this anything that you guys want?" You know, because technically I did it in your establishment, right? And they said, no one's gonna want to buy a computer. You know, get it out of here. We don't want it. You know.
Get that out of here.
So that's basically what that they were making him like. They were reversing it. They were making him being like the executive that doesn't want a
So, like-
computer. That says
so,
no
like-
one wants a computer. You
And
know?
Waz was the clueless one.
Yeah. So they're
Obviously a work of fiction.
So I think
Yeah.
that, you know, I think that the big argument too is that it's like, well, it's a movie, whatever. It's a movie. They make up stuff for movies all the time. You know, they make up things to be more dramatic. But Waz, from what I remember, had never had a problem with Pirates of Silicon Valley. He said that most of the things in Pirates of Silicon Valley were true. They were just in a different order. So if the majority of the things in there are factual or based on fact, then and then this one comes out and he's like, no, this is crap. Like, that's a pretty big leap.
That's harsh
right?
language. I mean, to say I read a script as far as I could stomach it.
Yeah.
Stomach it. It was so bad that he was just like, no, I don't want to be involved with this.
He said that Steve Jobs would have been embarrassed to see that clip. That's pretty hardcore. So, yeah.
You know what I'm excited for? The Sony picture that has the really great developer director who signed on. whose
Eric
name-
Sorkin.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Aaron Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin's going to be penning that script. Woz did sign on to that project, and that was the book written by,
Walter Isaacson.
thank you, Walter Isaacson. So that one I think has a lot of potential.
Yeah, and it's funny. I mean, like the story's great. I mean, it's a great story, and it does incorporate. I really like Pirates of Silicon Valley because it incorporates Bill
need to
Gates
watch
in
that.
there. You know, so like they were in tandem working at the same time, which makes a lot of sense to put both of them in there. But like, yeah, I mean, that sucks that it's gonna be just like a Steve Jobs like jerk fest, like because it sounds like they just want to make him seem like he was just
Like Jesus.
he could do no wrong. But then
Yeah.
again, they did say that it shows him, you know, like yelling at, you know, his team and all that kind of stuff too. But
He's yelling at him, asking them where his car is. Dudes, where's my car?
I bet you've seen that, but you've never seen
I've
Pirates of Silicon Valley.
have never seen that movie either. I haven't seen that one either. There's a lot of his work that I haven't seen, unfortunately.
Well, next week we're gonna be watching No Strings Attached.
No Strings Attached, a love story. Yeah, I wanted to see that because Natalie Portman was in it, but haven't gotten around to watching it yet. So the verdict is kind of lukewarm on this movie. It comes out in April, right?
Is it? Or
I
does
think
it?
it's
I don't
April.
know. Yeah, I mean, like anything, like I said, I wanna watch it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in with it like a huge grain of salt because I mean I've watched really bad like Beatles movies and I know the real story, so I watch them sort of objectively. I'm like, oh, that's whatever. It's just kind of cool watching a movie about the Beatles, but that's the same exact way I'm gonna feel about this. You know, it's like I know the real story. I'm just watching a movie now that thinks it's telling me the real story. The bad thing is that people take movies lots of the time as like truth, you know? Like they take like a
Really? I
based
find
on a
that
true
hard to
story,
believe,
like
yeah.
based on a true story, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's how it went down."
Well, technically, this is based on a true story.
That's what I mean,
Yeah,
you know?
it's like based, very loosely based.
If you're just a regular movie watcher and you're not
Yeah.
a techie, you know, like
Yeah.
my sister's gonna think this is how it went down, you know? Like
Yeah.
what would make her think that, you know, that it isn't?
I think that's unfortunate though that they've taken the angle that we need to make Jobs seem like this visionary right from the start, and not some guy who, in a way, found his way through all this and ended up being a visionary.
Right.
But, I mean, there's no way he could have known what was going to happen when he was starting all this. He was just kind of following his instinct. And he even said in his, his Stanford commencement address that he's like, you can't connect the dots going forward. You can only do it looking back.
That's true.
And he was really good at that. Like, he would look back through his life and he'd be like, I went from here to here to here to here, and that's how it got me to where I was. And these decisions are what influenced my path or created a path for me. And he didn't do that looking forward. Like, it was impossible to him to do that. You had to do it, looking, back into your decisions in your life. So
I just think I'm excited to see, even if it is like fictionalized, at least I know the real story. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see on screen things like when he started Next. I think that would be cool just to see like how they
Yeah.
do that part of it.
Yeah.
Pixar, how they do that part of it, like all that kind of other stuff. In the Garage, I've seen all that. It's just like we've seen that, whatever.
I heard this movie starts with him pitching the iPod, and it's like it's supposed to be like this really prolific moment. I was reading reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, really?
And the guy was like, I just wanted to puke. Like, it was just like so overblown. It was like, I have the iPod. And a dove lands on his shoulder, and a light comes down from heaven, and then he floats up into the air while he's holding it.
See, that's the problem. It's like, I mean, the people that made it are probably just like fans, like they want to have some fan service movie.
Or
right?
maybe not even fans. They're like marketing guys. They're like, hey, here's what fans want to see.
yeah.
They want to see how awesome Steve Jobs has always been, and how he's never made mistakes.
Right. That's
They're
what,
gonna have him quitting Apple. He's gonna be like, I quit. You guys are not doing what I want. I'm out of here.
you and I are done professionally.
Yeah, you and I are done professionally. I quit Apple. If you want me, you can buy my other company that I'm gonna go start.
You need to see Pirates of Silicon Valley.
I
though.
do.
Yeah, because that's a good one, and he was alive during that, and that's another cool thing. It's just like they didn't have that false, what do you call it? Like he can do no wrong thing yet. You know what I mean? Because
It's so bogus. I hate it when...
because he was when was that movie made? Like 2004 or 3 or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
So
it was
like
a while ago.
that's cool. I mean, like he hadn't even done hadn't done the iPhone or any of the things that people, walking down the street would recognize him for. Back then he was still kind of just like the Apple cult leader. There's actually a really cool clip. Let me find it.
Should I rap while you do this? Maybe freestyle?
Yeah, do it.
I'm actually not very good at it. Sorry.
So you know that Noah Wiley.
Oh, okay, cool.
Noah Wiley played
That's
him.
a great screenshot. Put it in my mouth.
All right, we're not gonna show that. So one of the Macworlds, he actually comes out as Steve Jobs. He looks like Steve Jobs too.
In a way. Yeah, he does actually. He looks more like Steve Jobs does. Like in his like middle-age years, like when he was like 30 plus, 40.
I think they're starting to catch on. It's not him.
Thanks for coming. This is going to be a great Macworld.
What, do you think? Oh well, he's not alive anymore. I was gonna say, do you think he's gonna
Everybody at
have
Apple has been
Ashton do
thinking
this?
different for the last couple of years. We're selling
Actually,
a lot of
that would not
computers.
surprise me at all.
But there's something else happening here. The resurgence of Apple. And you're going to see a lot of that today. We've got some great new products. Some really great new products. Some insanely great new products. Some really, totally, wildly, insanely great new products. We have got products that are going to make... That's not me at all. That's not me at all. You're blowing it. Look, you're supposed to come over here open a water, get the slide clicker, then you can put your hands together. This insanely great thing, we stopped using that 100 years ago. You know? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, Noah Wiley.
So yeah, you should totally see that movie. It's really good.
I'll check it out. Let's wrap up with an app that you might be interested in. It's called Vine.
I heard it through the grapevine.
You heard about it through the grapevine. And Twitter bought it recently.
Yes.
And, you know, it came out last week, we'll be honest.
We actually talked about this several episodes
We
ago.
talked about this a long time ago, actually.
And we ripped on it.
We ripped it a new one.
So
But now it's cool, so...
But, you know, we didn't have it, so now we like it.
No, because Twitter bought it, right?
Yeah.
And they just re-released it as the Vine app for Twitter.
Yeah, so it wasn't even out yet by the time we saw Kevin Rose playing with it. And so it's available now. It's iPhone only, which I've heard my girlfriend not stop talking about how she wants it for Android.
Oh, give me a while.
So
that's why you gotta get an
so that's why I said it's for
iPhone.
iPhone only. But yeah, so Vine, basically what it does, it allows you to make these short 6-minute videos, and it's very clever in the UI. Can you tape this for me so I can show you?
Yeah, for showness.
So
Can you tell us what Vine does first?
I already said that.
No, dude, you didn't say how long the video clips were.
Yes, I did.
You did?
See, he doesn't even listen to the show when I talk to him.
Huh?
So it makes.
Did you want me to record this?
Yes.
Not take a photo instead?
Yes.
Let me freaking prepare my...
You have your listening
Thor
ears
case.
on it now.
Huh? Okay, go.
All right, so Vine lets you create these short videos, 6 seconds,
Yeah.
and it will auto loop that. But the cool thing about it is you can take short bursts of video that add up to 6 seconds.
Yep.
So, for example, can you see this?
Yep.
Here's a video I did where I'm sewing together a throw baby. And see how it's just little quick bursts of video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so people are figuring out some clever ways to do the same kind of thing with stuff like stop motion, and just little things like showing their surroundings, which is the one I really like when people do that. And so let me show you how you would make one. I think the UI, we didn't understand it the first time when Kevin Rose was demoing it.
Yeah.
I was assuming it was something like it was counting down, like it was like 3, 2, 1, okay, record, 3, 2, 1, okay, record. But they did a really clever thing in the way you can.
I think the UI is actually genius.
Yeah, it's super
It's
smart.
what makes this app.
Yeah, definitely. So can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. So if I hold down my finger, it's
See how it
recording.
starts? Yeah, recording.
So it's recording right there.
Yep.
So then I can go like over there and record some.
So you just touch the screen to make it start recording.
And then can you still see me?
Yep.
I can touch there and record some.
Yep.
And I'll do the microphone.
That looks really interesting.
There's nothing cool around here. And then
except for me.
I'll do you. Okay, so then it's gonna loop that. Can you see this?
Yep.
So
And then it just starts looping it. It's a 6-second video and just loops over and over and over and over and over.
right. So I've actually found this to be really fun. I mean, it sucks when you demo such a bad demo. Let me find. I actually have 2 accounts. I have a Throwboy and my personal account, and so I've noticed it's actually sort of like a moving photograph
Should
in
I
a
probably
way.
not get your password, huh? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you're good. It's almost like a moving photograph in a way because, like for example, when you and I both went out for dinner the other night, and
Yep.
that gave me more perspective of what your night was looking like, rather than you just taking a picture of your food.
For sure, yeah.
Or anything like that. So like, here's let's see here. Here is one of when I went out last night, and it's just kind of like, oh, okay, it's just showing like kind of the
I
surroundings.
love Red Robin, dude.
right?
I haven't been there in so long.
Yeah, it's so good. And it has sound too. I actually muted mine.
Oh, yeah, good call.
And it just loops it. And then But people are finding out all sorts of ways to use it. Let me see. Like this is a kind of a cool one. It's like stop motion.
Oh, that is cool.
And it's only like what, a few days old now. And
Yeah.
this is like Saturday Night D&D, you know, and that kind of gives you like a better idea of like what they were up to, and it's really quick and it's really like easily digestible rather than you know, like a 10-second video or whatever. And I don't know, I'm liking it. I didn't know if I was gonna like it, but I do really like it. And it's super new. Like the community is so new. I tagged one of my videos with sewing. There's 6 sewing videos on there, and it's already spread across. So other people are checking out the sewing tag, and I've already got like followers and comments based on the sewing tag. So I'm like really stoked on it for Throwboy, and just because it's new.
Yeah.
It's good to get on those new things if you're a business, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Especially because no one's on there yet, so it's cool.
Yeah.
And I just made my first video. You know, the interesting thing about it is they put such stringent limitations over what you're able to do that kind of sets you free in a way. Because, yes, you could do stop motion if you want. You could be really creative. But then you can just make simple videos. Because
You can
there's
hold it down the whole time.
You can hold it down for 6 seconds or just do it in pieces. And then it loops it together. And it's just like, in fact, so one of the guys that I follow on Twitter is Danny TRS. He said something about it that I thought was really okay. So he said, scrolling through the Vine app, they totally cracked the code on Instagram for video. So well done, encourages creativity and spontaneity. This is Dan Trachtenberg. He used to be on the Totally Rad Show, the podcast that is no longer going. I couldn't agree more. It's like they've made it so easy to make video and share video that it's actually something that you want to do now.
Yeah.
And it's just like Instagram in that it's just like super easy. You put it together, throw it together, post it on Twitter, post it on Vine.
Yeah, it's super lightweight, and I love that idea of holding down your finger to take steps,
Yes,
to take
and there's no
bursts of video.
editing. It's just like you hit it with your finger.
That's, oh man, it's so simple, and it's
Yeah.
almost like, why the hell didn't someone think of that type
Yeah,
of thing? And that's
yeah.
always one of the great things is when somebody comes along and does that.
I think this is going to be huge, honestly.
I do too. It kind of gives me a feeling of when I first discovered Daily Booth. It's like such a new community, and you can see it kind of bubbling up.
Yeah.
And people are getting into it. Yeah, I've been using it since it came out now.
How many videos have you made?
I made like 4 or 5 on my personal, and then like 3 on Throwboy.
Oh wow, I've only made 1.
And
I'm at home a lot though, so I'm like, oh, what the hell am I gonna do around here?
yeah, most of them my girlfriend is. I'm like, do you want to make another Vine? She's like, yeah. Like, so she's taking like the video of what's going on.
That's great.
You know, during
You're
the
like a
night.
little cameraman.
And
man.
it's cool though. But another cool thing you guys should check out is VinePeak.com. Is actually what it does is it will it just shows vines as they're being uploaded. So oh, there's a great one. Of course, I land on like this one where these kids are there. It just shows like it's like a live feed. If you remember, like Daily Booth had a live feed of like all the new ones coming in. So that's what Vine Peak is.
Wow, they got that up fast.
Yeah, I guess must have just like an open API or something. I don't know.
Quick video tip. So I was playing around with Vine, making a video yesterday, and one of the things I was trying to figure out was, can you do the videos? Like, can you take like a second of video, and then close the app, come back to it, and finish it later? No, you cannot.
I was wondering.
You have
about
to
that.
make it all in with the app open. If you close the app, the next time you go to record, it will show your progress bar being in the same place. But if you record new video, that is the only video that the app will have available to make your clip. So, because I was trying to do like the start of dinner and then the end of dinner.
And you wanted to close it out.
I wanted to close it out. My friend had just shown up. So I was like, it was over an hour that I was trying to make this video. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sucks. I hope they fix that because that really limits you. Like if you have to do it all in one go, you know, like you can start and stop it, but if you close the app, the go's over and you have to start over again.
I wonder if there's some sort of technical limitation because it's recording video and not just holding a photo placeholder, right?
Right.
So it's recording that video. So does it have to store that somewhere and then reconnect it to where you did it, or is it storing it on your device? One thing I do like is that it saves the videos in your photo roll,
Yes.
which is really nice.
Yeah, it is.
So I have all these little videos now in my photo roll. But I like that, you know, and it's interesting. My girlfriend had a really good point. She's like, I have the worst memory in the world. This is so awesome because it gives me it lets me remember that moment of where we were or what we were doing without just seeing a
Totally.
photo of it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's really true. I mean, it really gives you, even though the clip is short, you can see the pictures, you can hear the sound. It really gives you a feeling of what was happening way more than a photo does. You know, I mean, even though it's really short.
But just like the right amount, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I wonder how they decided on 6 seconds. Why not 10 seconds or 8 seconds?
I mean, because we've had, you know, these other camera apps like Social Cam and Vidi, and I think those are around like 11 seconds or something like that. But then you always have to like think of a subject to take a video of, you know, and it's sort of intimidating. Like you were saying, it eliminates that. You don't have to be like, oh, okay, Irfan, say something cool, you know. It's just like, yeah. And I mean, like here's an example of just like a really simple video that we took when we went to the place you say I go to all the time, Little Caesars.
Oh, yeah? You were there, eh? It's
Can you
surprising.
Can you take a video real quick?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Video upcoming in 3, 2. Yep, okay. It's not focusing. There we go.
Okay. You see how that kind of thing is like?
Yeah.
It changes the way that
Yeah,
moment
totally.
can be remembered, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to use this at Macworld. I think it's going to be a lot of
Oh
fun.
yeah, totally.
It's going to be super fun, and I don't know. It's like people can make themselves look so different in photos. And then when you see them moving,
yeah.
you know, it's like you actually see what they look like.
I like that too because I was telling my friend, I was like, hey, now I kind of know what your girlfriend looks like because I've only
Yeah.
seen her in pictures.
At that one angle,
And
it's like...
yeah, and now I know what she sounds like. I know what you guys sound like when you talk to each other, you know. And
Yeah.
but just in really quick bursts.
And you're
right?
like, I don't really want to make you mad, but I think that might be a man,
Yeah.
dude.
That's a guy.
Did you know you're dating a guy? Because I'm pretty sure you are.
And he's like, no, she's got the sweetest Adam's apple.
Yeah, sometimes she makes it bounce. It's hilarious.
But yeah, you should definitely use it at Macworld because
That explains why she always wears swim trunks when we go swimming.
gross.
Over her one piece, she wears swim trunks.
And a t-shirt.
I thought that was weird, but now that you say it, I'm cluing into the fact. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be cool for Macworld.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
excited.
gonna have to try not to overdo it.
I'm excited to see what sort of things I can do with it for Throwboy, because I've already done this. I actually stitched together a few of them. Here, I'll show you this real quick.
Using what, like?
Final Cut.
Okay.
So like I took three vines that I had, and I put them together because I wanted to kind of spread the word and tell people to follow Throwboy on Vine, and I put a little thing at the end. But I was like, this actually could be a good way to kind of, like I said, the sewing tag had 3 or 6 people, right?
Right.
So like all of a sudden, those people that want to search that tag can find out more about Throwboy.
Yeah, I didn't even think about tagging stuff. That's a great idea.
So this is like 6 of them together. Or not, sorry, 6 of them. 3 of them together.
Yeah, that's great. The Made with Vine thing, does that appear on all the videos?
No, we took that from their website. And
Oh,
photoshopped
I
it.
was like, oh.
Yeah. It doesn't show up on your
I didn't
video.
think so.
No.
So, pro tip, I see a lot of people making videos now, and they'll hit record and then start their action.
Yeah, I
Start
hate
your
that.
action and then hit record, because otherwise it looks like you're waiting for the record button to go.
That's my new pet peeve is when I
Yes.
see people doing like where it's like, remember we were complaining about that with the Kevin Rose video?
Yeah, it's like
where he's
record.
like, open the door. Yeah.
It's like record.
Yeah.
So that way your hand's moving once the record button goes.
Another tip too is that wait for it to autofocus, because if you click on it like you would naturally click to focus, it will record. So just wait for the phone to autofocus.
Pro tip.
Because I messed up a few doing that, but yeah, that's one of my new like annoyance is seeing people like, okay, I'm grabbing the cup, or like first person where it's like, and I'm brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I mean, we're probably gonna see tons of that, and then I think I'm probably gonna get bored of stop motion pretty fast.
Yeah, I can see that too.
I've seen people like really labor over these stop motion ones, and I'm just like, yeah, stop motion's cool, but I think I might get tired of seeing.
But after
it.
seeing 100,
Yeah, after seeing like 100 felt cutouts of little stick men, I think I'm gonna get tired of that. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
But
already tired of it.
It's early days, and you guys should sign up and follow at Throwboy and at Roberto Hoyos and at Airfon.
You know, is that my username
Yeah.
on here?
It is.
It's at Airfon because I don't even know if I signed up. Like,
It's whatever. If you logged in with Twitter,
I think I did log
then
in
it's
with Twitter.
just at Airfon. But the thing is, as far as I know, unless they update it, when you put @ signs in comments, it doesn't tag anyone yet. So like if I hit at Airfon, I don't think it actually tags you the way that Instagram does.
Oh yeah, it literally pulled in my entire Twitter account.
It's funny how people are shamelessly using the Instagram style UI now. It's just like it's de facto to having an app now, you know? It's like it's exactly the same. It's like square, has like the same place, it has the comments in the same place, you know?
Yep.
It's just like that's the norm now. I don't think
Oh,
that was
and
really
then
being
it's
done
like-
yet until Instagram.
Interesting.
So anyway, you
Okay,
guys check it out.
cool. Yeah. So let's say, dude, since we're actually done talking about stuff that I wanted to hear more from you,
Yeah.
but I couldn't watch this video because the video's over.
Ooh.
I'm in like Stequandry. What do I do?
So many. I'm in every place, nook and cranny.
Are you on MySpace?
Probably.
Is that what you're using?
I'm on MySpace still. Yeah.
You really?
The new MySpace. I got an invite.
Is it the new MySpace? Or the new MySpace.
New.MySpace.
New. I feel like I'm saying new. New.new MySpace.new.com.
But you can find me on Twitter. My personal Twitter is just Roberto Hoyos, RobertoHoyos, and at Throwboy for Throwboy stuff.
Okay, I'm at Airfun on Twitter. You can follow me there, and I guess I'm at Airfun on Vine.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they set up a Vine /Airfon.
Probably not
That would
forever,
be
right?
cool. Yeah, Instagram took freaking 12 years to do that.
Yeah.
And you can follow us on Instagram too.
Yes.
You're
at Throwboy.
we're pretty much the same thing everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm at /Airfun on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram.com/Airfun.
Can I do another plug?
Yeah.
So.
Oh wait, no. Boop.
This is it's almost Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
At Throwboy has some Valentine's Day exclusive
Oh
pillows.
yeah.
So
exclusive.
if you go to throwboy.etsy.com, we're selling our Etsy exclusive chat pillows and
Ooh.
Mac Lovin pillows.
Mac Lovin.
And we also
Nice.
have t-shirts. We still have a few t-shirts. We had like a lot of them that we made for VidCon.
Yeah.
And we have like a few left. So if you want a Throwboy
Pretty
t-shirt,
much like the triple XLs
you
left.
can get that. No, we actually have all the
Oh,
sizes.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So yeah, and where can we find our show online?
Oh, hey, that's a great question. So if you want to watch our show, you're obviously getting it somewhere. So don't go back to that place because that place is already spent. But maybe if you want to download our show on iTunes, you can subscribe. Just go into iTunes, search user-friendly show. You'll see me and Roberto going like this. That's the show. And you can also watch on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/user-friendly show. And you can stream all the episodes there. You can also go to, don't we have a URL, userfriendly.com?
Userfriendlyshow.com.
Userfriendlyshow.com.
Don't go
Obviously,
to userfriendly.org.
Userfriendly.org. Don't go there.
Yeah, .org.
Go there. And then last but not least, you can hit us up on our Facebook page.
Yes.
Facebook.com/user-friendly show. And then also on Twitter @userfriendly show.
I'm user-friendly.
I'm user-friendly. Oh, dang it. I'm user-friendly on Twitter. All right, man. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we'll see you guys next time. I'm going to send you out with a double salute.
Peace.
We'll see you guys next time.
No, we're not putting that in this show.